Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is September the 5th, 2022. We're going to talk about a couple of things that has occurred into the market for Bed Bath & Beyond. Just going to talk about a couple of events that has occurred recently regarding the recent pump in the stock price for Bed Bath & Beyond. And then we're going to try to take a look at the markets to see if there's any more life in Bed Bath & Beyond, because I know that this particular stock has gotten a whole lot of attention, just like with the AMC meme stop craze. Even with GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond was similarly on the same course. But now a couple of things has happened recently that I wanted to talk about that a lot of people really haven't established in their videos and their content. One of the reasons is because the chief financial officer of Bed Bath & Beyond has perished. He died. Okay, we're going to talk about that. We're going to see what type of scenario, what situation was he actually dealing with that would make one seemingly or presumably take his own life. So if you guys want to join me as we go throughout this video and plenty others that I do here on this channel, make sure you hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel, because I am not here to pump up stocks. I'm not here to dump stocks. I'm simply here to look at the charts to see what everyone else is trying to do. And if we could get in position what everyone else is trying to do with the herd mentality, and we could get there first, then we can profit. All right. So if you guys want to join me, go ahead and do all those things before you leave. Now, here's the article right here from Business Insider India. Okay. Now, some people were saying that, the CFO, his name is Gustavo Arnal. He jumped from a high-rise building in New York, and they were trying to say that it's because of, Bed Bath & Beyond laying off pretty big percentage of their workforce. They're closing stores, sales has been going down. And a lot of people really haven't brought up that he was part of a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit with Bed Bath & Beyond. You guys can see it right here. He possibly could involve in a pump and dump scheme. The title of this article reads, Bed Bath & Beyond CFO who died after falling from New York City high-rise was subject of insider trading and a fraud lawsuit just before death, documents show. Okay, so he was involved in a court case, a lawsuit of insider trading and fraud. Now you guys can see that this article has two pictures. The one on the left is Gustavo, and the one on the right, we all know, is Ryan Cohen. All right. His death came less than 2 weeks after he was named in a federal class action lawsuit for insider trading. Okay. Also, from the federal class action lawsuit, the allegations were federal securities fraud, insider trading, and a breach of fiduciary duty, according to court documents. Now, Arnal is cited in the lawsuit right there alongside with the activist investor and GameStop chairman Ryan Cohen, who the lawsuit claims collaborated with the CFO in a, quote, fraudulent scheme to artificially inflate the price of Bed Bath & Beyond's publicly traded stock. Now, that is what the plaintiff is going to have to prove in the case. The suit, which was filed in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia, D.C., on August the 23rd, claims that Cohen and Arnal provided materially false statements regarding the financial condition and holding situation of Bed Bath & Beyond for their financial benefit. Okay. Also, on August the 18th, all right, so we're going to look at the chart and see where the price in Bed Bath & Beyond was trading on August the 18th, because Arnal and Cohen both sold shares on that day, with Arnal selling more than 42,000 shares for an estimated $1 million, and Cohen sold his whole stake in Bed Bath & Beyond, his 9.8% stake, through his firm RC Ventures, causing shares to plummet. So real quick look. This is August the 18th right here. Okay. So the day before August the 18th, the price in Bed Bath & Beyond was trading around $30 all the way down to $24. You guys can see that the market in Bed Bath & Beyond had, in fact, ran up. Just like the meme stock craze, right? It ran up. Excuse me, and fix that. Price ran up, right? So now, let's get back to this article. The lawsuit tries to go in and say that Ryan Cohen approached Gustavo about his pump and dump scheme in March of 2020. Look at the chart. Okay. So in March of 2020, price in Bed Bath & Beyond was trading around, you guys can see it, $19, $22 or so. Okay. And convinced Gustavo that their plan would be mutually beneficial one. All right. Now, look at this. Okay. Gustavo joined Bed Bath & Beyond May 2020. Okay. Now, some of the YouTubers have been saying that, you know, he had a lot on his plate. He had a lot of things going on in his life, and that's why he possibly went ahead and jumped, right? But back in May 2020, right, when the pandemic started, a lot of businesses were going through the same thing. But from that period to now, he didn't take no drastic measures of what he did recently, right? I'm quite sure that Bed Bath & Beyond was having financial hardships, that they had to close stores, that they knew that what they would have to do to stay viable was being considered back in March of 2020. May 2020, when he first came and joined Bed Bath & Beyond. He also worked for Avon, Walgreens, and Procter & Gamble. So why would he take such a drastic measure to take his own life? Is it because he was named in his lawsuit? Is it because the lawsuit claims and presumes allegedly that he was involved in a pump and dump scheme? Because one thing that you guys can realize when it comes to courts and cases, the old notion that what would they usually say, dead man tell no tales. So considering that this lawsuit was filed in August the 23rd, they can't get the testimony from Gustavo now, right? So it's going to have to come with circumstantial evidence, some proof, some documents, some audio clippings or something to substantiate that what he actually did was true in the lawsuit. Now, I also found out, this is the lawsuit right here, okay? C versus Bed Bath & Beyond Corporation. The judge is Trevor N. McFadden. This is the court case number, the nature of the lawsuit, the Securities and Commodities Exchange, the act, right? Here are the parties to this lawsuit, okay? Something that I found out. You guys can see the defendants, you guys can see the lead plaintiff and this class action. Look at the lead plaintiff. I don't know how to pronounce it. C. Pingjing. Now look at that. C. Pingjing is the lead plaintiff, right? And then I notice over here, represented by Pingjing C, DWS Law Group, PLLC. So, PWS Law Group, is Pingjing a lawyer? Is he bringing the case, the class action lawsuit, to Bed Bath & Beyond, Gustavo, and Ryan? He also has JP Morgan Securities in the lawsuit. He also has RC Ventures LLC, which is Ryan Cohen's business. Take a look at this. This is the website for DWS Law Group, the partner profile. Simon PC. He's a founding partner of DWS Law Group PLLC, which focuses on immigration and nationality law. Right? That's the main focus. So presumably this is who this individual is. He is the one bringing the lawsuit against Bed Bath & Beyond. Over several years, he has represented multinational companies in carrying out internal audits and discovery in response to Federal Trade Commission and Security and Exchange Commission investigations. In addition, he handled False Claims Act litigation and investigations to provide specialized industry-specific counsel and service requiring coordination with the Justice Department, state and local law enforcement entities. He also has experience handling Equal Employment Opportunity Commission discrimination matters. So, he's bringing this class action lawsuit to the doorstep of Bed Bath & Beyond. Was the heat getting too hot for Gustavo? was it? It's quite interesting to see how this is going to play out. Let's get back to the chart though, because our focus is on the chart. And you guys can see that I did a price prediction in Bed Bath & Beyond on August the 30th, looking for the market to go up, right? And we had a very small opportunity to see that come to fruition. So now, outside of that one day, market in Bed Bath & Beyond is down here around $8.63. So if we wasn't able to get out the market in a very short time, at the high right here on August the 30th of around 13.5%, we will be down 35, almost 36%. Now check this out though, because one thing that we realize when we come and look at the chart is that it speaks. It's a language. It tells us how people are viewing the market as a whole. So as the market in Bed Bath & Beyond started its breakout right there on August the 1st, it was keeping in line with this trend. I had the trend line drawn, right? And then as long as the price in Bed Bath & Beyond maintained this level, then the market was going to continue to trend higher. Now, seeing that price is trading below this line, any movement higher in Bed Bath & Beyond will have to be taken as rejection as the market continues to bump its head, if you're going to continue to see it go higher. Okay, looking at Bed Bath & Beyond on the weekly chart, you guys can see that last week, even the week prior to, I'm going to point the arrows down because it tells us what the market was ultimately doing. So these two arrows that is pointing down to the weekly price bars all represent mostly selling going on. I mean, it is what it is. People have to come through and take profits in order to realize profit. Okay. Now, outside of this, right, we can still see market come in and hold support right there around $7.40, maybe $7.40, because here, all the way back in 2019, this is where the basis of support came in a couple of times. It did it here in 2019 and as well as in July 2020. All-time low came in around $3 or $4. So these will be the next areas that we will have to place the buyers. Okay, as we continue to see this market hit this downtrend, this down move, these will have to be the location that buyers have to convince us that they're opening up their wallets and buying Bed Bath & Beyond right here. Okay, so looking at this from this perspective, we could see Bed Bath & Beyond fall another 11%, 12% or so. That's one level, okay, which is around $7.50. The second level is going to be here around $6. Third level ultimately is going to be down around $4.50. Those are the three price targets that we can see the market in Bed Bath & Beyond go down now. Okay, because from the long term, we have seen the sellers really dominate this particular stock. Okay, so let me put this back over on the daily time frame because I want to keep it real. I want to be real with everyone because everything just don't shoot up to the moon. Okay, we all need to recognize and realize that. Okay, and seeing how the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the market in Bed Bath & Beyond has gotten rejected and we've seen more selling come in, we're going to recognize the fact that that's the case. Until we see a change occur, we will continue to expect price to decrease slightly. All right, first area, like I said, is right here on the support line at $7.50. That's like another 11% movement to the downside. My second price target is going to be right around here, around $6.50. That's 24.45%. And then I'm just going to bring it a third area, like around $6. Okay. Now, we are going to expect that as long as the market in Bed Bath & Beyond continues to trade below, really right there around $10. Okay, we're going to expect the price to continue to go down, but I'm going to bring around $11.15. And I'm going to clean this chart up because I do not want to cause no confusion. And this is what our expectations is going to be for Bed Bath & Beyond. Right? That is it. Give me your thoughts as to what you all think about the situation, how you think it's going to turn out, what could be the cause as to the recent information about Gustavo. Because I think that is very tragic that, you know, a lot of things occur in people's lives. A lot of people go through certain hardships, and to presumably take that action is deep. You never understand the mentality of where people are coming from. Hopefully he could have, talking to somebody. Hopefully he had somebody in his camp that could have at least, tried to place a lot of this into perspective and get his mind back right. But, we all just need to consider these things that people go through. And that's one reason why, I do the videos that I produce. It's because I know that so many other YouTubers out here are just simply, giving out false hope. A lot of ordinary people are clicking on the videos and saying that, Bed Bath & Beyond is going to be a GameStop, it's going to be an AMC stock, it's going to make everyone filthy rich, we're going to have another MOAS, another short squeeze, it's going to take us, the price of GameStop is going to run to, $100, $200, and, people are relying upon that information, and you just don't know what the mentality is of individuals when they see these videos. So I wanted to come in and do another perspective, just to try to place some context, some realism as to how the market really is. And I'm done. Make sure you maintain profitability. And as always, trade different.